Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you to this session that I'm hosting with my students who are some MPA graduates and a current MPA student. This is just an opportunity for me to just find out from our students about their experience they had on the MPA program. So let me start with our graduates. We have Abdul Rahman with us. Can you just introduce yourself and tell us a little about your experience?
Thank you for having me here. My name is Abdul Rahman Muhammad Al-Rais. I am currently working for the Institutes of Applied Technology.
Thank you, Abdul Rahman.
My name is Khalid Al-Mari. I'm working at MBRSG, MBRSG School of Government, in the capacity of Human Resource Manager.
Thank you so much. Fatima?
My name is Fatima bin Khabash. I work at the Corporate Social Responsibility Fund.
Okay, that's awesome. Excellent. And Daria is a current student.
Hi, I'm Daria, and I'm a founder of Double D Sports Academy, and I hold the position as a managing director.
Excellent. So what we have here is a representation of the diversity of the Masters of Public Administration. And the first question I want to pose to Daria, because she's the most current of our students, is what is the unique feature of the Masters of Public Administration? Why did you decide what attracted you to the program, in other words?
Well, since I have my past and background in sports, I think Masters of Public Administration really enhanced my leadership skills more and just enriched my knowledge of governance and scientific research too, and other sciences that I got here and knowledge, and it really taught me some other things and to see, let's say, other perspectives better in sport and in my field, and to have a comprehensive vision on everything.
Excellent. How about you, Fatima?
I want to say the practicality of the course. I know there is the theoretical framework, however, I like that it was very practical. You could see it on the ground, and that is like very unique compared to my previous experience as a student.
And I'd like to just add that that's one of the features that we built into the program, the applied aspect, where you get to actually put into practice those things that you're learning almost immediately. How about you, Abdul Rahman? What was unique for you about the Masters of Public Administration?
Well, hopefully, Professor, as you said, I survived it. So it was a good experience. The unique thing about it is, for myself, it was the timing of the programs. I did not have a problem or any issues fully functioning my professional skills and my student skills as well. It improved me also in my decision making and policy enhancement in my department as well. I'm more confident to do and express my thoughts and recommendations.
Awesome. How about you, Khalid? Tell us what the unique feature was.
The MPA program enabled us to identify and analyze challenges in the public sector as, on local, domestic level and international level as well. How government respond to people needs in the form of policies and procedures to ensure the public value.
Okay, that's great. Now, I'd like to just move on to personalizing this session. And I'll start again with the graduates on this side. What would you say would be the benefit that you have derived on a personal and professional level from having earned an MPA?
Specifically speaking about the leadership styles and how applying the different styles responding to the daily work environment.
Okay. Now, Abdul Rahman, you mentioned that your decision making improved and your confidence improved.
Absolutely.
Do you want to expand on that a little?
Professor, I'm now more eligible. I know better now how to convince my line manager if there is some gap that needs to be filled in terms of researching within this department or area, and more like giving solutions through asking people, whether internally or externally, throwing the surveys and hoping that we will get a solution out of the plan.
That's excellent. So the problem-solving aspect and just being able to identify the problem, develop an intervention, and then come up with a solution that's workable within the organization. And that's what we focus on.
That's it. And I don't want to go more into the skills development, the presentation skills, communication skills, networking skills. Also, the candidates that are, if we go a step back, the candidates that are accepted in the university are already highly skilled, so I get to interact with highly leveled educators and students.
Excellent. How about you, Fatima?
I agree with Abdurrahman on that point, but I want to also add that it gave me more of a holistic approach. So in the beginning, I was the youngest in my batch, and I thought I wouldn't survive this, and I'm so happy I did. But it really taught me how to be holistic, and I think also the discussions I've had with my peer students and the professors on the ongoing governance and the issues that are happening and how we can address them. I think looking at it holistically is what really changed for me.
Okay, Daria?
Well, I would admit that I got a lot of knowledge of how policies are created and made, because I wasn't into it a lot. However, my family, they have an experience of working in government, but I was far from it. So it really developed my vision on not only, let's say, as a representative of the private sector, but from a government side, how everything is made. And of course, I enjoy spending my time surrounded by, let's say, those people who work in government sector. I got a lot of friends by studying in here, so that's what I enjoyed.
Excellent. All right, now there may be people watching who might want to find out, if I'm considering studying at MBRSG, what advice, what things should I be aware of? What advice would you give to somebody considering joining the MPA program?
I think whoever is considering MBRSG has to understand that getting your master's, especially in I think public policy or public administration, it's challenging. It's not easy. However, it's very rewarding because you see how the system works and you get to address issues on the ground. So I think it's worth it.
Okay, Daria, what would you say to them?
I would say that person has to consider time management a lot, because when I first saw that the program consists only of a couple of modules, 6 of them, including the dissertation, I was like, why do they write that you can take maximum up to 3 of them in one semester? And then during the first semester, I really understood that 3 is like, it's more than enough. And it took me a lot of time to think, because I'm a bit overthinker on the topic, and really time management would be a good thing to consider.
Excellent advice. Khaled, what would you advise?
Adding to this, the MBA program, it's an investment. So you as an employee and as a student, it is a little bit challenging when it comes to the time and courses per semester. It is opposite the normal bachelor's program, which is 4 modules. So we have a different perception. I think it's more like on 70% on the student, and the rest would be on the lecturer or on the professor. So time management is very important when it comes to the MBA.
Okay. Abdul Rahman, what's your advice?
My advice is too long, but I'll keep it short. Being at MBRSG is a success by itself, Professor. If you want to be more analytical, more focused, if you want to increase that level of internal skills you have, this is the right place to be in. I'm very supportive to students or any employee who is willing to further complete his postgraduate program. MBRSG is again the right place to be, living the today high standard of Dubai, being a worldwide #1. My last advice is just be at this place, because I did actually recommend the university for 2 of my friends. They enrolled and graduated before me. So
Wow.
that was they did actually, yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I just want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for joining me in this session. And I want to thank you for the ideas that you've shared. You know, sometimes as faculty, you're so busy with the daily operations that you don't take the moment to listen to the experiences of our students. So I want to thank you very much for joining me on this.